A little closer. Oh yeah. Okay. Hello. This is the Free Math Tutor. This Periscope broadcast is a lesson that shows how to find the equation of a line that is perpendicular to a given vertical line and that goes through a given point. Now this question can be a little bit too easy because I can look at the question and tell you the answer. Any line that is perpendicular to a vertical line must be horizontal. And any horizontal line that goes through this point has to have the equation y equals 3. So I already know my answer, but the problem is, how do I justify that? If you explain what you're doing carefully enough, you can justify it in the form of a written paragraph, but most of my students would hate that option. They prefer to have a series of steps that they know how to go through. So I'm going to show how to justify it using calculations. The first thing that we do is we find the slope of the first line, the line that we are given. I can tell through theory that if there is no y in the equation, that means the line is vertical, therefore it has an undefined slope, and I can express an undefined slope in the form of a fraction with 0 as the denominator. Or I can use the general form. If I use algebra to manipulate this line until it is in general form, it gives me 2x plus 0y minus 4 equals 0, or something equivalent. And then if I use this short formula, negative a over b, I get negative 2 over 0, which is also an undefined fraction and is equivalent to this fraction. I cannot use standard form because you have to isolate y to get into standard form, and this equation does not have a y. So the next thing to do is to justify my slope. I know that slope of line 1 is undefined, so I say so. I know that the two lines are perpendicular, so I have to say so. Therefore, I am justified in saying that the slope of the second line is equal to negative 0 over 1, which of course is equal to 0. But the same fraction upside down with the opposite sign. So the line I'm finding has this slope, so I can plug this into my slope formula in the m position, leave an x and y in the formula because that'll help me get x's and y's as I need them in the answer, and I have another point that I need. I have to use the given point, x equals 2, y equals 3. Now I can cross multiply. Bottom times top gives me 1 times y minus 3 equals top times bottom gives me 0 times x minus 2. Of course, 0 times anything is still 0, so the right side turns into just a 0. The left side is y minus 3. I'm finished, actually. I have now found an equation that is in general form, which can be written as y minus 3 equals 0, or if I wish, 0x plus y minus 3 equals 0. I can also convert it into standard form. Moving the 3 to the other side, I get y equals 3, which will be acceptable for standard form, or I can write y equals 0x plus 3. There are various different ways of correctly expressing the final answer, the equation, but the most important thing is that I have justified what I did. I knew as soon as I looked at the question that if it was perpendicular to this line that I know is vertical because there's no y, it must be horizontal, and any horizontal line that goes through this point has to have the equation y equals constant, in this case y equals 3. But to justify it, I need to justify my slopes, and I have to show what I'm doing so that I am able to get full marks in an exam question about this. This has been a lesson in how to find the equation of a line that is perpendicular to a given vertical line and that goes through a given point. To see this and many other videos similar to it, go to www.thefreemathtutor.com. Thank you.